Welcome back to an episode of Kate and Isaiah Living Large. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Kate.
And on this episode, we are going to talk about workplace wellness initiative. Whoa, tongue-tied there. Workplace wellness initiatives. I got a little tongue-tied there. I'd say that 3 times fast.
I think you did say I got a little tongue-tied there twice.
I did. But before we begin, what's new? What's the haps? What's going on? It is the 11th. This weekend is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Any big plans?
Oh, no. I got to figure out plans. Shh.
Will you be at your new house? And
we will. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We usually do like spaghetti and like garlic bread. So that's probably, so we'll probably do something with that.
I mean, I probably asked you last year when you told me this, but
Probably.
do you suck this noodle Lady and the Tramp style or
No.
not even on Valentine's Day?
Not even on Valentine's Day.
Maybe with a cat?
Yes, with the cat. With the cat. But, are you going to do a Galentine's Day thing?
No, I have plans this Valentine's Day. Thank you so much.
What? Oh, snap. Has he got like date for Valentine's
Going
Day?
to see the dinner theater
Ooh.
with my mom and dad and sister.
What a great date.
I've had worse.
Well,
And other people, as a Christmas gift that my dad got my mom. It's a table at the dinner theater.
Nice.
She can fill the table with whoever she wants.
Okay.
And I get to be one of those people.
She likes you then. Or could no one else accepted the invite?
She does like me, I think.
Okay, well, we'll see. Why did I get invited?
She doesn't know you.
She don't watch the podcast? Well, she should.
I know. I want her to be a guest on the podcast.
Oh my
but
God. Someday, Mom, you'll be on the podcast. But what else you got going? I know you got. I've
got a comedy show on Friday. I'm going to be opening for James Mullinger in Fredericton at a sold out show.
Sold out show. That's exciting.
And then coming up, that's part of the Ridiculous Festival. And I'm on another show on the 21st at 4 p.m. at the Comic Sutra. I'm hosting that one. It's the something quiet. I don't know. It's funny. It'll be funny. It's going to be a funny show. And lots of other stuff going on. Headlining my first gig.
I was going to say, when's the Wasted Day one?
March 21st. It's Bad Words 21st. For a Good Cause. And all the funds raised are going to Uptown Fridge.
Yeah, our buddy Jesse, who's been doing a phenomenal job.
He has been. I have
been very impressed, not just with the collecting of donations, but the amount of walking he has been doing is insane.
I know. It's ridiculous.
It is insane. Speaking of walking, you want to talk about a topic?
Yeah, let's get into her.
So we are talking about healthy wellness initiatives in the workplace. So for me, every day is a healthy wellness initiative because I work at a gym.
You do.
And so we do but we don't necessarily do it for staff. We do it for everyone. We have lots of like initiative stuff that we do for like each month they do certain things. So,
right.
But you specifically have more going on in your work.
Yeah. So what I've just signed up for is a one related to healthy eating and exercise and things like that. And it's a 10-week program. And it's going to be a virtual one led by somebody on the well-being team. And we'll meet like once a week. And there's a different topic every week. I think the first topic is going to be like nutrition. What's the myths? Nutrition myths. Oh. And that kind of stuff. Basically, I'm going to mine it for podcast episodes.
Heck yeah. So like, the nutrition myth, like the pyramid, but upside down.
You keep talking about that.
You don't know the pyramid? Of
course, that's the American one, right?
I mean, we had the pyramid too for a while. Everyone's gotten rid of it. We have except for the Americans have gone back to the pyramid, and now it's gone upside down.
Right.
With meat and fat first.
And, I thought it was fruit and veggies first.
It used to be, but they've recently flipped it this year.
You bring that up all the time.
I know. That's fine. But what else are they doing?
Yeah, so I didn't really pay attention, but that's the first one, and it starts on February 10th. And so I'm hoping to parlay that into training for the beer run. Of course.
Heck yeah.
But what I broached this is because like well-being program and like and they're very clear that a lot of it can stay anonymous, but is doing something like this in the workplace a motivating thing, or can it make you feel even more self-conscious and make it feel like you're mixing work with this other thing?
I think it depends on how it's approached. I think the straight you lose weight competition type thing, and then we've talked about it kind of before. I think those are bad. I think those like, hey, the person who loses the most weight in the next 30 days gets XYZ. I think that's a bad initiative. Because it's just encouraging bad eating habits, bad like habits all around, and non-sustainable habits too, right?
And I participated in those in the past, and it was all very well intentioned. It's not in my current workplace. It was very well intentioned thing. But you had to go up and weigh yourself in the HR department's office.
Oh my god.
And then they'd record it, and they did it based on a percentage, because like if someone like me is doing a weight loss challenge, well, I'm gonna lose more weight than everyone else, but because I have so much more to lose.
Yeah, but I think that pure weight loss initiative type stuff, I don't think is the healthiest way to go about it.
What about things like, and I've participated in these in the past too, with degrees of success, like a walking challenge?
I think walking challenges are fine. I think that it's because of the way in which it encourages you to move, and it gets you into moving. And typically, and the hope is that that habit continues, and it's a good habit to have.
Yeah.
It's not like a straight lose weight, gain money kind of situation.
Right.
It's more of a, hey, go walk a mile or whatever. And I like those ones. Those ones are much better. And we do those kind of at the Y where I work, is like walk a certain amount and you get your name put in a draw, or do a certain workout and you get your name put in a draw.
How is that tracked? Is it self-reporting?
Some of it is self-reporting. Sometimes I do self-reporting. Sometimes I do you check in with like the guy upstairs, you check in, and then
God?
Yes. God. And then they write down that they saw you do the thing.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I participated in one years ago, probably 10 years ago, and it was a team-based one, and it was a walking challenge, and they gave everyone a pedometer. Must have been really expensive for the company, because I think it was all of a large organization in the city at the time.
Yeah.
And thousands
they give you branded
people.
pedometers too.
I think that they must have been. I don't remember really. And I was on a team, and I actually made it solidified a couple of really close friendships that I maintain today, because 3 of us on our team of 6, well, at the time we all lived uptown, where we're all single, and it was my friend Shankar and my friend Jocelyn, and we used to go for a walk every single day. And it started with just like we'd go for like a little walk after work, but then as we got into the throes of competition, we and the fitter we got, which was awesome. None of us wanted to let each other down,
right?
And none of us wanted to let our team down, because the rest of our team, like one of them was pretty athletic anyway and did quite a fair amount of walking, and then 2 others were keeping up in their own way with their kids or whatever. But then the 3 of us were like, well, we started where we'd like drive to Harbor Passage and then just do Harbor Passage. And then we'd like meet at King Square and do all of Harbor Passage, then right to Reversing Falls and all the way back. And like we'd do it come sleet, come rain, come whatever. One day it was so rainy and like verging on ice, I think. We went into the pedway system and walked to Harbor Station all the way back and forth like 10 times.
Crazy.
Like we were really into it.
Interesting.
And that was the kind of motivating thing. And like, I'm so easily led by something so stupid.
So my previous work had one, they were doing one where it was an app on your phone.
Right.
And you could like track it like attached to like your healthy fit, whatever one you used, your Fitbit or whatever, and it could track your walking distance. But you could also put in like you swam. And,
this as well.
And you got points. You got extra points for doing certain things, like go do like on Earth Day they did like go clean and mark that you did like you went and cleaned a neighborhood area, and you got like bonus points and things like that. It was, you didn't really win anything, but it was like they had a leaderboard, like a global leaderboard on like, so it wasn't just like St. John, but it was like around the world you were competing.
That's so cool.
But the problem was there's like some of the people that I worked with at the time were like pure athletes in different places in the world. And I'm just like, they're just blowing people out of the water.
Well, and that was the case with us too, because it was such a diverse workplace in terms of the volume of people involved. Like there'd be people whose job it was to like work at a mill and walk.
Yeah.
And they would get 15,000 steps a day just doing their day-to-day work. Whereas when we started, I barely broke 6.
Yeah.
That was working for it. By the end of that competition, we were getting like 17 to 20 a day.
If we had been doing it at the time when I was in office, I had so many steps when I was in office, but we were doing it when I worked from home. So it was like I got barely any steps.
Yeah.
Because I was working from home.
Yeah.
But I think those kind of competitions, those walking competitions or go do a thing competitions, I think they're fine. I think again, if there is a lose weight and then there's some prize at the end of that, I don't think that's as healthy.
Well, and even a prize, like an incentive prize, like I don't remember what it was with the team prizes with the pedometer, but I think it was like, I can't exactly remember. I think you got a series of points and then you could buy something from a list of things with the points that you got. Yeah. I don't exactly remember, but there was some cash incentive essentially.
Again, I don't mind cash incentive to even to do it. I think it's more the if you lose weight kind of. I think those like ones are not. I think back to the Office episode. Do you know what I mean? The Office episode where like they were like starving themselves and they were trying to sweat out the weight and everything like that.
And they all got on a scale together. And like, we were up a pound. Who's not doing their work?
So I think back to like that kind of thing, and that's not a healthy way of going about it, right?
No, and it can be very antagonistic. And
especially if it's like a team versus another team, and you're like, who's not pulling their weight, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, and like I will say, in this walking challenge, it did get competitive.
Yeah.
And like I kind of thrive on a little bit of competition.
Competition's not bad. There's nothing wrong with competition. Again, I think I go back to the tying a weight thing to it.
Right. I guess to me, it goes on to what's sustainable long term. Like if you're doing this for the sake of a competition and that 6 or 8 weeks ends, and then what?
Well, I think the hope is that you gained a habit that you're
that's
doing.
The hope, but how much of that happens?
I mean, I'm sure some people do. I'm sure there's like some people do like, oh, I like walking now. Oh, I'm gonna continue doing
those people.
I've met a few people that have learned like, oh, I am no longer part of the thing, but now it's a habit they've formed to go and do the thing.
They're better than me.
Right. It's a habit forming thing that
for us, it was a competition that started, I think, in September. So at first it was so beautiful out.
Oh my God.
And then it went into, and we lost daylight. By the time the competition ended, it was like we lost all motivation to go outside anymore because it was dark. And I think that's the time I joined the Y.
Oh yeah.
And I went twice.
Well, is that when it was in Prince Edward Mall?
No, it was in the new one.
The new place.
But it was almost 10 years ago.
Well, it's a 10-year-old building.
I know. I was there. It was brand new.
Oh my goodness. But I don't know. I think there's ways of going about healthy wellness initiatives that are good. I think it's a positive thing to do to try and motivate.
You think a workplace has a responsibility to provide things like that too, especially in a large organization?
Yes, I think so. I think there's 2 ways they can do it. I think promoting healthy wellness is a good thing. I think doing competitions like that is great, or at minimum, like providing a gym space or a discount on a gym membership. I think big organizations should have to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's in their best interest to do that too, because when we talk about insurance, I think the less people that actually use their insurance, the cheaper the insurance actually costs for the company.
Right.
So there's that monetary incentive on a company's side to make sure that their body is healthy, and that the more healthy they are, the less likely they are to miss work and be more productive. Right. So I think there's that incentive from a business standpoint, like to make sure that people stay healthy. Right.
Absolutely. It's an interesting thing to talk about. I guess the one thing we haven't talked about yet is like anonymity in the workplace. And like, I mean, I kind of mentioned this off the top, like, you sign up for something like this, does that expose you to any vulnerabilities that you may want to keep to yourself? And whether they should or shouldn't,
but it definitely does. I mean, it shouldn't, but like, if you're signing up for something like this, you're definitely exposing some of your data. But I mean, you sign up for an app, you're also doing that.
Oh yeah, I don't mean data per se. Like your workplace has a lot of your data.
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
I mean, just like you're putting your name forward to be part of something, and that I don't know. I don't ever mind doing that. I don't ever mind being the spokesperson for something like that. That's not my personality. But I know some people have a real like hesitation there. Like, no, that's my thing to deal with. I don't want my workplace to know any of this.
I think it is something that you definitely put yourself in. I don't think there's a real true way of having anonymity and anonymity. Ooh, that was a hard word for Amo. I don't think there's a way to like limit that. I think even in doing private surveys, like when you do surveys, I can tell, like when I look at a survey, I could almost tell who's done it because I know my people. And if you know your people, you can kind of know how they are going to answer things. Yeah. And I think that's not a bad thing to know that, kind of know your people that well. Right. So I think in the same way, I think someone signing up for something, even if they try and be anonymous, if the person knows their people, it's going to be obvious at some point who that person is.
I think what always happens to me, in whether it's a workplace thing that I've signed up for or in general, is that I usually hit the ground running so fast that I end up becoming a bit, and I'm a bit of a cheerleader sometimes. I ended up becoming like all of a sudden like the spokesperson or the model for whatever it is. And then I feel so shitty after it ends and I've fallen way off a wagon.
Yeah.
And it wreaks havoc on my mental.
That ADHD dopamine hit you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can get that too. I think
doesn't mean they shouldn't do it, but I do know that that's just a thing that's happened to me.
Yeah, I think exposing yourself, there are different ways of going about it, right? There is your way where you like throw yourself so full into it because you're looking for that dopamine hit, that you become the spokesperson. And of course, once the dopamine of doing the thing wears off, you kind of fall out of it and you feel bad because you were the cheerleader for it. And now it's over. And now you've gone back to your old habits, right?
Right.
There's that way of doing it. But then there's the other way of just being a person who does it and not necessarily being super vocal about it, but you're in it, you're doing it. You kind of help the people that you know, and you champion in a silent way by just being involved, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know how that works.
Well, no, neither do I. I'm not a silent champion either.
No.
I am very much a vocal. I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, same.
Oh goodness. But I think that there's good stuff when it comes to wellness initiatives. I think as long as it's done in an appropriate way and a thought out way, and not just a, oh shoot, we need to do a wellness thing.
Yeah.
Let's do a weight loss comp.
I will say that my workplace, which I have not named and I won't name, but is so excellent in the level of care they put into all of the well-being items. Like the person they have, she's a nurse and she's a friend, and she is so thoughtful and so wonderful, and everything she tackles is done with such grace and care.
Yeah,
that it can't help but be.
That's good. That's good. My place is a gym. It's,
I mean, your place is by design built, all of those things.
It is literally built to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think there's two sides to it, and yeah. So where can people find us on the internet?
Find us at Kate and Isaiah Living Large on the Facebook. Where can people find you?
I am at Maritime Brews on all of the social medias. Of course, we still have the Buy Me a Coffee going. If you want to help us get to that new microphone so that we can start to have guests back, that would be fantastic. I'm very excited to try and get guests back.
Yeah.
And of course, if you can't donate, at least if you can like, share, subscribe on wherever you listen to your podcast, or hop on over to YouTube and like, share, subscribe over here. That goes a long way to helping too, by getting seen by more people, get more eyes on us. It helps.
And on the same token, I think in the future, I think we'll be willing to, if you're a business who's listening to this and you want to entertain like a sponsor an episode or something like that, that's something that I think we'd be open to in the future as well.
We would be open. Our email is in our YouTube bio.
Thank you so much for listening, as always.
Yes, we definitely appreciate it. And until next week, bye.